We are back here on Girl Talk, and it's my favorite thing to do. We're seeing Carlos today at Custom Audio Video, and it's always fun to talk, but today I'm especially excited because we're talking about a smart home.
Yeah.
And I think I've talked to a couple of gals, actually, as we were doing this segment today about a smart home, and I think we're all a little intimidated about that.
Okay.
So I'm very excited to hear your point of view.
Well, you're not the only one that's intimidated about that. Frequently people hear the term smartphone and they're not exactly sure what that means.
Right.
And it's a lot simpler than some people might guess. Basically what it means is home automation. And that home automation is controlled over a network, whether it's wired, wireless, different methods of controlling it through a network.
Okay. What does that look like practically?
Okay, well, it can be done on a number of different devices, practically. It can be done on an iPad or any kind of tablet. It can be done on a smartphone. It can be done directly through your television set. We'll take a look at that wall over there. It has a couple of different panels on it. It has a touchscreen panel. It has some control buttons on there. And that's what it would basically look like. And the control is not only while you're in the home, it can also be remotely while you're out of the home.
What are some of the things that a smart home manages? Is that the right word?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. So if you take a look at the screen here, it gives you
really
a real brief summary, right?
Okay.
So the types of things that it helps you to manage is your video and your audio. So watch, what's your source going to be, right? Is it going to be your cable or your satellite? Is it going to be your Blu-ray? Is it going to be streaming? Listen, how are you going to listen? Are you going to be listening from a radio? Or are you going to be listening from, say, a high-res music server? And that sounds really simple, right? It sounds like your normal audio, video, remote control type of thing, but it goes far beyond that. If you take a look here, you have options for security. And I'm going to use this.
Okay.
You know, we talked about tablets and smartphones. You can also have something like this, you know, your typical, what some people refer to as a wand type remote. So I go down to the security option and I select that.
Oh,
and
wow.
notice that I can view security cameras around my house.
Okay, look at this, you guys. Wow.
Locks and sensors. I can go to the locks, and if I go here, notice it tells me that the door is currently locked.
Okay.
And it also tells me what time the door was locked. It was locked at 10:57 a.m.
So if I'm in bed and not sure,
Absolutely. Perfect scenario, right? You're in bed watching TV, you don't remember whether you've locked that front door or not. You can pull the interface up on the TV screen or pull it up on a tablet or a phone. It will show you whether the door is locked or unlocked, and with a click of the button, lock that door.
mostly in new construction, or can I retrofit this to my home?
Absolutely retrofit.
Okay.
You know, anything that we do at Custom Audio Video can be retrofitted. Of course, we prefer to go in new construction.
I agree.
Yeah, the reason being with some retrofitting, if you have to do wiring and things like that, sometimes you have to break into drywall. So you're going to have to do drywall repair. But there are also various methods that don't require that kind of
Invasiveness, if you will.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I tell you, this is why we go to you. Well, because, you know, there are so many of us now who are doing renovations or building new homes. It makes sense to do this right away and integrate it into the plans before you even get started.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we talked music, we talked video, we talked security.
So HVAC.
What?
Control, absolutely. Not only notice thermostat, but you also have blinds.
More and more and more I hear people who want, well, I think because I see so many tall windows now. Talk to me about the blinds and the thermostat.
So the really nice thing about this is that not only do you have remote control over it, but you can create programming for it. Imagine you have an area of your home which is exposed to the sun during most of the day, and there are times of the day where the house can either get really hot or you just prefer not to have blinding light. You can have this programmed so that the blinds will automatically lower and raise to certain levels during the day.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's huge. I get west exposure, so it's hotter than heck in the afternoon. So that'd be great to have a blind that would come down.
Absolutely.
What about from the HVAC point of view?
So from the HVAC, you can also program, but you also have remote programming available as well, so, or remote control, I should say. So here's a perfect example. Let's say you've been away, right? and you've set your temperatures, it's summer, and you've set your temperatures in your home to be at 80 degrees while you're gone. You're coming back, you've arrived at the local airport. You can now, from your smartphone, drop the temperatures in your home before you get home so that it's a comfortable level.
Oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. I can't believe we're at this phase of the, right? I mean, really.
It is remarkable.
Okay, so blinds, thermostat, HVAC, music, video, and security is what I've got so far. That's 5.
And let's go back to
areas.
security for a second, because there's another scenario that I like to really describe. You know, we saw that you could access security cameras, you can lock and unlock doors. So let's say you're, again, another scenario where you're away from your home, but you have people who are coming to service your home either on a regular basis, or you've had to, you have to schedule service while you're gone. You could have this type of system set up so that front doorbell rings. It shows up on your smartphone that someone's at your front door. You can see who it is standing at your front door by accessing the cameras on your smartphone, and then unlock that door.
Wow. And one last thing, I know we've only got we've got a minute to talk about 45 minutes worth of cool stuff, but lights I saw too.
Absolutely, lighting control. So you're able to control lighting in your rooms, and even create scenarios. In the same way that I described that blinds can be controlled, imagine that you have a theater set up in your home, whether it's a large or small theater. At the tap of a button, you can dim certain lights, you can turn on your audio, your video, access a certain source for your video, all at the same time, just from one tap.
I know, I'm like, I love it when I actually am smart enough to ask the question. Is this a program, or are these sort of pick and choose? You can have this and then add this and add this.
We can say that it is a program, but there are multiple programs like this. So the programs that we deal primarily with this are Control 4 and Crestron, and both of these give you a full range of capabilities.
Oh, one of these days, you and I need to go on a field trip, because I would love to see a home that's outfitted like this. I think it would be
That would be
great.
wonderful.
As always, it is a treat to see you. You've become part of the Girl Talk family. And
Thank you.
We love it. We really
Thank
do.
you.
We want to thank all of you for being part of the Girl Talk family. See you next week. Bye-bye.